So the other day I was looking around for a new place to get donuts with my daughter. Don't worry, that's coming in a later episode, but I ran across this website and checked this out. Tell me if this doesn't get you interested instantly. It was named Best Cake in America by the Huffington Post, Best of Wedding Cakes by Knot in 2018, and Best Cake in Pennsylvania by Food Network in 2018. Do you know what the best part about that is? It's right here in Greensburg.
Bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum.
The weather is flopping all over the place. Warm, cold, but it is going to start settling in cold. But did you see that snow squall the other day? But check out this footage that I got in an hour and a half of this snowfall. About 2 years ago, I was in Lynchburg, Virginia at a conference, and in this conference, they made mention of how many pastors leave the ministry every year. And when I heard that number, it broke my heart, mainly because, of course, me being a pastor and now getting ready to enter into my 20th year in ministry, doing this thing at churches where I'm pastoring and caring for people and preaching God's word, teaching God's word. And that really shook me. And the reason that it shook me is because I really, really want the church to exist in Greensburg, not just Keystone Church. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Keystone Church, the church that I pastor, but I want churches to exist in the city of Greensburg. And at the time that I heard that, things weren't going very well for religious leaders, pastors, priests, and the idea of who they are supposed to be. And this image had completely been destroyed and marred in the culture that we exist in here in Greensburg. So I made the decision that I wanted to do everything that we could to make sure that we didn't lose churches or pastors in the city of Greensburg. And so that is when I decided that we would do this gathering. We try to do it once a month, where pastors come out to Keystone Church and just provide a place for us to spend time together, talking and hanging out, not talking about church necessarily, not talking about that, but just encouraging each other and then pouring into each other's lives. And so it is so neat for me for this event to happen, as pastors from all kinds of different denominations gather together at Keystone Church, and we just hang out and we talk and we just do fun things. And so that's why I thought that this setup, this meeting, would be the absolute perfect place for us to try this almond torte cake and then give you an opinion and see what it's like.
Hi, my name is Bryan Schroeder, and I am an associate pastor at LifeSpring Christian Church in Greensburg. I've been in ministry for about 12 years, and I am qualified to judge cake because I really like cake.
I'm Dale Adams, pastor at LifeSpring Christian Church. I've been in the ministry for 25 years. And why should I judge this cake? Well, there's cake, so I must eat it.
Hi, I'm Bethany Schroeder, and I am the wife of Bryan Schroeder, who is the assistant pastor at LifeSpring Christian Church in Greensburg. I feel that I am qualified to judge cake because I do a lot of baking, and I make a lot of cakes and cupcakes. And I guess that is why I am qualified.
Hi, I'm Pam Jones, and I've been a pastor's wife for 37 years. And the reason I'm qualified to judge this cake is because I cook for 15, 16 people every week, and I like to entertain people. And so I think I know the quality of cake and what tastes good and what doesn't.
I'm Stephen Canfield, and I am the pastor at Reclamation Church in Greensburg here. I have been in ministry for about 15 years, and I am qualified to judge cake because my whole family is gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, so I eat all the sweets for all of us, and there's 7 people in my family. I've eaten a lot of sweets, so.
My name's Tom Jones. I am associate pastor at Keystone Church in Greensburg. Let me do the math. Let's see, how long have I been in ministry?
We don't care. Throw a number out there.
And I have been in ministry for 39 years. And the reason I'm qualified to judge this cake is because in my 39 years of ministry, I've had a lot of cake. And if I stood up, you'd see why I'm qualified to judge this cake. But we're going to test this cake and see what it's like. Here we go. It's good cake. I can't imagine my life without this cake in it.
Okay, so let's give this a shot. This is my favorite kind of cake, almond torte. Amazing. I love it. The cream on it is just very creamy and buttery. I love that. I love the slivered almonds. The cake has a touch of like a cream in the middle of it, like a custard, and it is delicious. I give it a huge thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. Beautiful.
Good texture.
Especially with the crunchy almonds.
Yeah, I've tried to get almonds like this, and I can't understand what kind of magic they work down there. But they are just so crunchy and perfect. And it's just a perfect balance between the cake, which is really, really moist, and it's not overly dense.
It's not too sweet though either. I mean, it just
Honestly, I'd eat just a whole bowl of these almonds.
I don't know if I've ever had a bad cake.
I have.
Have you?
I've had a
But this is not bad cake.
Yeah. To me, it's cake, so it's good.
Kind of a cake snob, and this cake is one of the most perfect cakes I've ever had.
That's impressive.
that's why you've eaten it before.
I was just thinking, this is cake. I like it. It's cake. I wasn't thinking about the texture or the crunchiness of the almonds. It was just good cake.
So why am I qualified to judge this cake? I think that I am qualified to judge this cake for a couple of reasons. First of all, in my 38 years of living, I have had cake at least once a year, but many times throughout years. In fact, I regularly have cake on my birthday. My mom in the town that I grew up in was a well-known baker, and what she would do is make pies and then sell them on the side. And so she became so famous for her pies that she made enough money in one summer to buy a car. If I was rating things, that pies that my mom were famous for are the top of the chain. But in general, if we're talking about pie versus cake, I usually choose cake. I think cake is better than pie, and my favorite would be a German chocolate cake, I would have to say. I'm not a cheesecake fan. I think that is venturing too far off of what cake is supposed to be. So here we go. Here's my review of the almond torte cake from Prantl's here in Greensburg. You gotta get a good bite. Get everything. Just like most people said, the almonds make this. I don't know what it is, but they're coated in sugar, and so they're kind of crystallized with the sugar. But then they roast them in some way that gives a flavor to them that is unlike anything else. There's little bits of custard, I believe it is. It's some sort of yellow cream throughout the center of this, in the middle of the layers, that is just there, and it's amazing. And the cake is not too dry. It is absolutely incredible, but I gotta say, the thing that makes this for me is that if I was choosing between a whipped icing and a buttercream icing, I am 100% on the buttercream team. Think that whipped icing is awful, and that while buttercream may have too much sugar, whipped doesn't have enough sugar. This is a little bit of a cross between a buttercream and a whipped, probably more of a whipped cream, and I gotta tell you, that is absolutely incredible. Much, much better than buttercream. And all of that coming together makes an incredible bite of cake. There's a crunch with the softness, with the sweetness, but not too much sweetness. And let me tell you, this and a cup of coffee, I could see us enjoying this with a cup of coffee around the Lord's table there in heaven one day, as this recipe, I think, will probably make it into the pearly gates. This is incredible. Great job, Prantls. You did a fantastic job. 2 huge thumbs up from me. Go out and get this cake. So there it is, guys. The almond torte cake from Prantl's Bakery right here in Greensburg. Definitely something that if you've never had before, you need to give it a try. It's fantastic. You got all these great reviews. You can surely trust that many pastors and pastors' wives. We reviewed it the best that we can, so why don't you go out and grab you one, check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave your comments about whether or not you've had the cake, or whether you've had something that is even better than that. If you have found something here in Greensburg, something local we can try, I'd love to do a video about it. So comment below. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, because that helps out, and then make sure that you like this video. Share it with as many people as you can. Check us out on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, this is my city, Greensburg.